Welcome to the 2022 Adventure Wingman Challenge. The Adventure Wingman Challenge is an 1,100-mile, unsupported paramotor adventure designed by Scout Aviation and made possible in the United States by Team Fly Halo. Adventure Wingman is not a race. Instead, its goal is to provide the venue and safety services, enable a number of paramotor pilots to traverse over 1,100 miles through the American Southwest over some of the most incredibly inhospitable, breathtakingly beautiful, brutal landscapes that the country has to offer. In this episode, we take off on our first real flights of the adventure. I make my first real mountain pass, and we enter into Death Valley. Hey, how's it going? It's 6 in the morning now. As you can see behind me, tent's all gone. We are on our way to fly towards Death Valley. We're finally getting some good weather. It's really low wind. It's been windy all night, but right now the wind is actually super good. This is gonna be the first leg of my journey flying. I am going to be flying a new wing. Well, new for this thing. I'm flying a Nivic Cubic 21 meter. It's a intermediate, like a high intermediate cross-country oriented wing. The big difference is that it's a 21 instead of a 16, so with all of the gear at altitude, it's gonna be so much easier to take off. But excited to actually put some time on a new wing. Motor's all strapped in. Gonna give everything a quick pre-flight. That's feeling good. Spark plugs on, air box is on, safe start is off. Launching in 10 minutes, send. Now I've got to make it clear that this was the first flight of the trip that really felt like we were on the trip. The initial one I took, I turned back to the start and hitchhiked, but this one we're really covering ground this time. And what a way to start off this adventure. Beautiful sunrise right next to the Sierra Nevada mountain ranges. So we just landed in this Quality Inn parking lot. We're gonna go get gas.
Time to go get gas. That's some expensive gas, Chris.
Just put 2 gallons worth of gas in the motor, full tank, full bladder, and we need to walk our motors into the airport. This is Victor's wife. Victor is another person flying the adventure. We're not accepting the ride from her. No, because that would be accepting defeat. Completely unsupported. Must make it unsupported. Holy shit, it hurts so bad. It's 120 pounds full of fuel. Holy shit. No. Why? We can't accept help from the organization.
She's not a member of organization.
Nah, she's close enough.
Are you serious?
No.
No.
Where are we going now?
That way.
All right, you be a good girl and start right up for me, okay? Sent my message on my tracker. Hey, I just want to give you a little bit of context on this flight. In the morning before sunrise, we started in a town called Independence, and our initial goal was to land in a town called Olancha, but for some reason we decided to land earlier at Lone Pine. It actually turned out to be really beneficial to land at Lone Pine because we had enough fuel to make it all the way to Stovepipe Wells, which we initially weren't planning to get to until the afternoon. The confusing thing is we made this decision in the air. Well, Miro did, and we just followed him, but that's kind of what's going on. I love the West, dude. This is ridiculous. I discovered paramotoring right after Tucker did his Icarus race. So I got to see all that and got really inspired by it, honestly, and was just like, one day I'm gonna do an Icarus race. And this isn't an Icarus race, it's better, honestly, in my opinion. But this is my Icarus race, right? Like, I'm a 4.5-year pilot, he was about a 5-year pilot. Like, it's crazy how when you really put your mind to something and you just love it and just pursue it, like, stuff happens. Goals you set 4 years ago are coming to fruition. So it looks like we don't have to even do a crazy mountain pass. Looks like we can just kind of go around the tip of this mountain and then cut back into town. So Miro just gave me the hand signal that we're gonna go around, just like I was saying. I don't know what these pits are next to us, but they're very pretty. A lot of, Miro was saying, oh, it's the toxic green sludge. Whatever it is, it's really nice. Put the microphone under my gator. I wonder if that audio quality is a little bit better. Alright, check out this situation. We're doing this mountain pass for real now. We've got to be up here at 7,000 feet. Is this real? Nope, this is real. Sometimes you gotta pop the glasses off to just double check. Oh my god, this is so good. We're up on top of this plateau now. I wanna cry. I can't explain this. This is surreal. I'm about to attempt my first in-air refuel. I'm gonna go ahead and set my cruise control. There's the fuel bladder. Connect this like that. Squeeze it. Fuel's going into the tank right now. That's epic. Fuel bladder's pretty empty. See the last little bit squirting out right now. Disconnect this doohickey. Roll up the bag. Place it in my scout bag. Alright, and we just added a bonus 6 liters of gasoline to the tank. This is my first ever major mountain crossing. I mean, I don't know how high we are. I can look. We're 17.3 miles away from our destination. We're at 6,600 feet. Got 3/4 of a tank of gasoline somehow after flying an hour and a half. Fuel bladders are magic. I feel a crosswind starting to push. I hope that doesn't get weird. It just got real bumpy. I just took a deflation. It wasn't bad. Definitely the first deflation of this trip. The thing that's freaky here is we're f***ing out here. Like, I don't see a road. I literally don't see any sign of human civilization anywhere. Alright, we've got the airport directly in front of us. This has been one of the sportiest flights I've been on. And it's only day 3. It's not that we're hitting like the worst turbulence ever. It's just that it's like smooth and it's like, hey baby, let me bitch slap you. It's probably something to do with these giant mountains. It's almost desert. 10:30 in the morning. Classic. I love that episode. It's getting hot. Don't need all these layers no more. It's getting hot. It feels like I'm flying in a pot of boiling water.
Bumpy, very bumpy on the way.
Very bumpy.
That
was a good one though. That was a good one. That first mountain pass when we got over, it was so pretty. Hey bud.
What up?
How's that?
How's good? How's about you?
It was spectacular, amazing, awesome
It
sauce
was
until the backside of that mountain.
Freaking awesome.
And then I was like, this is fun. We're having fun.
We are having so much fun.
Yeah.
So
Mira's over here shrugging this off. That was like a top 5-10 flight for me.
Wow.
Death Valley is the hottest place on Earth. And I'm in a sweatshirt, overalls, and 2 pairs of pants on. This is Stovepipe Wells. Never been here before, that's for sure. And this is like straight up Death Valley right there. Hottest place on Earth. Miro's magical change-gear pitch propeller saved him 1.5 liters of gasoline, which I think is super cool. I'm ready for some snacks right now. That's what I'm ready for.
Thank you very
It says it's hot.
Hot.
It says it's
Hot and dry.
No, it's hot. I don't need to look at the thermometer.
Mary, what do you think?
I love this place.
They got restaurants like this in Slovakia?
We do, but they just imitate the Americans. So it's not far from typical.
All right, here's my water in Death Valley. Oh, I'm white from all the sunscreen I was putting on in the sky.
There's a gas station right across the street too.
Yeah, we know, but we may need to refill that.
Welcome back, I'm shirtless in Death Valley. It was cold this morning. Now my paramotor's getting an IV. I found it a lot easier to fill just the fuel bladder and let that drain into the paramotor than to bring the paramotor over to the pump. The gas station in Death Valley let us put the motors next to their air conditioning units, which is conveniently fenced in. So they don't have to sleep out here. They can go in here. Anyway, we got a hotel. way too windy to fly. Incredibly hot, actually, like really hot. And we're gonna go in the... It's still hot, man. It's really hot. Planned for tomorrow morning is we're gonna take off early. We have to get our motors from this place here. It's like a hotel over to the airstrip, which is about a quarter mile away. Take off, and we're gonna hit 100 miles in the morning. That's the plan so far. So this is the $250 a night room in Stovepipe. Scout adventure bag, chillin', glider, chillin', one paramotor designer on staff in the corner.
Just chilling.
And then here's the bathroom situation. Yo, all right. Dude, the only thing kind of like pulling through in here is the shower.
Dude, the shower kind of throws down.
The shower looks good. In the next episode, we cover over 100 miles on a very scenic flight to our first checkpoint, which is called Kingston Ranch. As always, thank you so much for the support I've received throughout this adventure and after it. It means the world to me. If you aren't already, please consider subscribing and dropping a comment to tell me you're new around here. But until the next episode, fly safe, fly good, and don't suck. And I will see you somewhere in the desert.